Welcome, folks and friends. Welcome home. My name is Madison Canary, and I am the Sour Beer Queer. And I am so excited to review another sour beer for you guys. So tonight I went down to Native Sun Ale House. It's this cool little spot in Santa Ana. Apparently, they also have a location now in Rancho Cucamonga. Haven't checked that out yet. But the two guys who helped me out there, really nice, very knowledgeable, knew a lot about sour beer, even though that's not the only thing on tap, and made a really cool recommendation for me from a brewery I'd actually not even heard of yet. Which, I mean, you guys, this is such an exciting time to be in sour beer land, because I feel like every day I'm hearing about new breweries, new processes, and new places that were really taking this style of beer. So cool. So this is a Nectarine. There was a full name. It said something like Nectarine. Nectarine something from De Garde. Let's go with De Garde. I think it's not the meat substitute Gardein. It is De Garde. So it's DE and then GARDE. De Garde Brewing. They're in Tillamook, Oregon, which I know that Oregon is doing some cool thing with sours. And so their page says, located on the Oregon coast, De Garde Brewing is dedicated to unique offerings. Our craft draws on historic traditions and local experimentation. But wait, what does that mean? First off, we do not add laboratory cultured yeast to ferment our beers. We simply cool the wort naturally in a cool ship. Amazing yeast and microflora are all around us. That's why we're in Tillamook. After the wort cools, we transfer everything to oak barrels. Each beer takes its own time to barrel to finish fermenting. All of our beers take from 6 months to 5+ years in barrels before we package them. Wow. So I don't know exactly how long this one was fermented. I did some searching but didn't find any information on it. But I'm really excited to dive in. The guys at Native Sun had a lot of really good things to say about it. So, first sip out of the can, my tradition. Oh, I'm very excited. Okay. So this was canned at the ale house. Because of COVID, they are canning their beers to go. So this wasn't canned as faithfully and as truthfully as they would if I was, say, getting it directly from the brewery. I don't even think this brewery does cans. I think they would only serve bottles, which is really traditional for sour beers. So I also have to take into consideration it's probably lost a little bit of its spark. It's probably lost a little bit of even its sour. It definitely is not as carbonated as I'm used to seeing a sour beer. But that's because it was canned at location, and it's probably been sitting in a can all day, I would think. The nectarine isn't overpowering. I definitely get stone fruit, but it's almost more like peach, like a yellow peach instead of nectarine. Yeah, I would definitely say, just for my palate, it is a little flat. I want a little more excitement. I want a little more sting and sour out of it. Again, have to consider the fact that it is not being delivered as true as it could be. So that might not be a characteristic that it normally would have. But what I love about this is how much it bursts with fruit. It really truly comes alive with that nectarine flavor. I can taste the nectarine, and I can't just taste a one-dimensional like hit of nectarine on the palate. It tastes like biting into a nectarine. You have the full experience as you drink it. Really rich, really flavorful, very delicious. Cannot wait to get more from them. Definitely want to get some bottles or some things going on tap so that I can have that more faithful experience to how they intended it. And as far as my friendliness scale goes, I'm going to put this pretty at the top of the friendliness scale. This tastes like almost like drinking a mimosa. It has a strong fruit, and then there's a little bit of bubble at the end. I'd say this would be really easy to palate for someone that maybe isn't as into sours or wants to start getting into sours, or maybe wants a more fruit-forward fruity sour. Definitely a fan. Cannot wait to dive into more from these guys, Garde in Tillamook, Oregon, and really appreciate you guys at Native Son hooking up with the can, giving me a nice night ahead of me. So yeah, please do subscribe. More sour beer reviews, more beer reviews coming your way. Also hit me up on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.